Hello, fellow survivors. I am exactly where you left me, in the cave leading from hushed river valley to mountain town. And it's an aurora going, so we got this nice green glow. Might be able to actually go through here without having any storm lantern. So yeah, we are ready to continue our run. What time of day is it? Almost midnight. We have all our stuff. We should be good. One quick thing though, did I leave anything here in the cave before I left? Thought so, yeah. I'm gonna grab all this stuff. It's heavy. So I'm gonna pick all this stuff up. And the coal especially. Because we might use that for forging. I'm not sure if I need this lantern because of the aurora. But I think maybe we do. I think that's a dead end. Maybe we can manage without it. Let's see. There's a lot of light, to be sure. Let's see if we can manage. I think maybe we can, actually. Look at these. I believe it is. We came from there. I think it is this way. Very hairy carrying all this coal and whatnot, but that's alright. We're gonna head to the forge now. We're gonna go back via Grandmother's house, and then we're gonna go to the farm, the Paradise Meadows farm, I think it's called. Check that out, and then we'll head to the forge after. Oh, this might not be doable. Is it doable? Oh, it is doable. Wow! So we managed to navigate that without using light. How cool. I don't think I left anything on the ground here, did I? I think that was when I came out.
That smarts a bit.
Yeah, it looks good. Alright, so we got through it. Thanks, Aurora. Okay, so now we're going to head to the trailer, and we're going to sleep there. Could sleep in here, but the trailer is warmer, and also doesn't use the condition of the bedroll. So here we are, Aurora. We should be okay though. There aren't really that many wolves around. See, the rabbits have disappeared because rabbits, deer, and moose are not out in the Aurora. So the moose spawn that we now know is over there, over here, it's not going to be there because the Aurora is out. There is a wolf that does patrol this area that could be in the way, so I'm taking a detour just to walk a little bit up over here, just in case. Keep in mind, by the way, that I don't know when you are watching this video. Maybe you're watching it on release, maybe you're watching this run later, I don't know. But keep in mind that these animal spawns can change. As I'm recording this, we are in early 2023, and the animal spawns are for the most part predictable, so I know where most of the wolves and bears and all that stuff is. But they are going to change that. And at some point, probably during this run, they will change it. But as of this recording, they haven't. So keep in mind that when I say things like, oh, there's a wolf over there that patrols that area, or there's a bear over there, and so on, keep in mind that depending on when you're watching this video, that may not be true anymore. And of course, at some point, there's going to be a cougar in the game. And that will be an interesting challenge as well. So at some point in a future episode, suddenly the animals are somewhere else, well, then you know why. Alright, we're going to sleep here. I might do a little bit of management, seeing as we're not that tired. I'm going to grab this, because we're going to take that with us.
So heavy to carry.
Yes, we are very heavy. But that's okay. So I'm going to sort a couple things out. So we can harvest the gene. I can't remember if you can get... I think you can get cargo pants an interloper. I think. Because I remember cargo pants are better than work pants. And you can get these in interloper. You can. What I'm confusing it with is snow pants. You cannot get snow pants on interloper. You can get these. Because the best pants you can find are these, the combat pants. And then the second best are these, the cargo pants. And then you have work, I think they're called work pants. That look like this, but they have a black patch. And then you have the jeans. And that's it, you don't get anything else. So there's also snow pants, but those are only on lower difficulty, you don't get that in low, but I think that's what I'm confusing with. So that is probably intended this then. So that's fine. I do want to repair some stuff. I think I'm going to harvest a few things, maybe craft something. We could also maybe break this down to get a bit more scrap. So let's maybe do that. Now we have a bit more scrap metal. We have 6. Do we need more than that? Probably not for now. We could maybe take this. Gives us 2 more before the aurora ends. And then I think that's it. We can, while we sleep, we're not going to sleep very long, but we might as well drop this. And we can eat something. These cans of peaches I have here. Gosh, I'm carrying a lot of stuff. Might leave some stuff. Not in Grey Mother's house, I don't think, but in the farm. The farm will likely be the regional base of Milton. So we'll do that. Just, yeah. Sometimes I like to tap out to make sure I'm actually recording. It has happened to me once only, that I started playing and I didn't record. That was a long time ago, a different video entirely. There we are. Okay, we're gonna sleep. We'll just sleep the 6 hours. We can likely sleep 6 hours, so we'll do that. Go. Now, I did leave some stuff in Grey Mother's house. The misc. The Mountain Town trailer, I picked that up, so that's alright. But I don't need that misc stuff. So what I think I'm going to do is... Oh, I didn't save it. Wait, was I curing stuff there? No. Oh yeah, these 2 we need, but we can get that later, yeah. I think we're going to head to the farm right away. We're not going to go via Grey Mother's house, because the stuff that's there is very small stuff. We don't really need it. And we are really heavy. So we don't really need to collect it. Not now, anyway. So I'm quite heavy, but I'm going to dump some of this stuff in the farm. Look at this. Actually, let's just leave this here. The farm isn't that far away. I don't need this many of these, I don't think. And we're gonna go there, and then I will loot the farm, and I'll also leave some stuff behind. It will be a regional base. There is a workbench right outside. There is one in Grey Mother's house too, I believe. And of course there's one here. But I think it's probably the best place. So we'll go to the farm, and that can be our regional base. In the past, there used to be a hammer there as well. So that's another spawn, but I'm happy that we went to Schryver Valley, because Schryver Valley, it's not just a hammer. If the only reason I wanted to go to Schryver Valley was the hammer, I wouldn't go for this run. Because then it's like, well, I know one place where there can be a hammer, but it's not really that urgent. And I'm not going to trek all that way just to get the hammer, and then that's it. When I might as well spend that time, go around Mystery Lake or some other regions to find the hammer there, right? But because you get all this other loot in Schryver Valley as well, it's worth the trip regardless. So, you know, we got the bedroll, we got, well, another hacksaw, I suppose. You know, and we got the Mackinac, we got, well, lucky with cargo pants, but we also got air wrap, so it's good. It's very, very good. I'm going to go into this church and warm up. Because, because I'm not full health, I'm just going to reduce the damage taken a little bit.
Wait, I'm so cold, I'm warming up a bit.
Wolf shouldn't be close enough. The graves. Ryan Smith. And then Lily's over there, I think. That's the wolf. Okay, let's stay here. To warm up a little bit. We can maybe even sleep for 1 hour, if necessary. Not tired enough, that's alright. Let's craft something, shall we? Or harvest something we don't need. We don't need jeans, for example, so let's harvest the jeans. You might want to keep some clothing for later, just in case. But at the moment, it's fine. But we'll spend an hour harvesting this. Those of you who have watched my old Nogoa series, where I survived on the custom difficulty, will remember when I did in, I think it was season 2, was it? I accidentally harvested my wool toque. I was like, okay, let's do this, and I wasn't thinking, and I harvested my wool toque. Which is the best hat you can get on this difficulty. I think this is a clear day. No, it's not. It just looked like it. Alright. Let's head to the farm. If anything, it looks like it's going to be the opposite of a clear day. Okay. Alright. Alright. Zach walking around in a blizzard. Oh, it's a clear day outside. Alright. I thought it was that because sometimes when it's snowy or not clear, if it's transitioning to being a clear day, you get this kind of like glow in the sky, and you see that, okay, well, it's clearly, you know, windy and snowy, but the sky is kind of clear and glowy, so it's suggesting it's going to be clear. But no, it was the exact opposite. Hey, I can run, nice. Well, as I say, the upside of blizzards is there's no wolves. So let's head to the farm. Whatever. This is the like little barn by the farm, I guess you could say it is. Gonna head this way. I just realized that when it's really bright like this, I can see that on my screen there's a tiny little speck of dirt on my screen, and I can't get rid of it right now. Oh. We're going to stay here. We might stay here for a day if necessary, just to recuperate a bit, but I'm not sure if it's necessary. This is I think this is one of only 2 orchards in the game. So you have an orchard here and you have an orchard in Pleasant Valley. I think that's the only 2. Alright, here's the other barn, or more like a garage where this is. And then here, you used to be able to find a hammer as well, sometimes. But we need to find a key, of course. Let's see what we got here. Corpse or anything? No. Barrel. Let's see what we got. Landing fuel. Take that. So the key will be in one of 4 places. It will either be in here, in this area, very often on a corpse, or it will be in this tractor. Which it is. Key. Thomasina. If it's not there, it will be behind the house, on a corpse behind the house, or in this truck. This truck that's right there. So check those places. And in we go. There we are. Nice. I'm gonna refuel this lantern right away. We don't have much of it. Alright. Now let's have a look around. We'll loot first. I don't think we need light to loot this. It's very clear out. Shoes on the floor. Okay. I might actually repair a few things here and then spend the night. Hey, crackers. Flares, bandage. We'll take the toilet water as well. Anything else?
Barely walked with this much gear.
Yeah, it's a good time, but I might actually stay here and repair a few things. And then continue. Because we have a few items that are very good, that are worth repairing regardless. They're not going to be changed anytime soon. Pot. I might take with 2 pots. This is our main base for this region, so we might as well put the extra pot here. This can be triple pot. This is how I'm going to carry it around. Coffee? No. Those are the misc things we'll come back to. Okay. And in here there should be some food. There's usually a few cans in this, oh. Just call it pantry, that's it, yeah. That, and that. Dusting sulfur. Hey, maple syrup. Put this over here so I see it for later. Don't see anything else. Nope. Okay, let's do a check here. New t-shirt. Alright, put that on. Let's see. Anything else? I think that's it. Not any curtains or anything here? Don't really see any curtains. Oh, there are those curtains, yeah. Any other curtains? Well, there's this. Not going to use a hunting knife. The hunting knife is a trophy. We're not going to use that. Towel. It's also the medicine cabinet. I'm not sure if I looted that. It's very often smart to check things twice, because you'll miss things. I don't always do that though. I'll grab these curtains. Any more? I don't think so. No. Okay, we're gonna situate ourselves here. Might actually just stay here. So, let's drop these so they can cure while we're doing this. We have 20 cloth, that's more than enough. We could read this, but it's gonna take 5 hours. What time of day is it? We could maybe do that. But it's not going to level us, it won't make any real difference. So I'm going to try and repair the clothing that matters, the stuff we're going to have for a long time, which is like this, 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 and this. We're going to repair this. This one is new, this will repair now. So we're going to give this a try. We have 2 sewing kits. We're going to spend the day here repairing, assuming we can manage repairing. And then we'll head out. And we'll leave some stuff here as well. 71. We had shoes. Not much worse. We're going to repair this for sure. If we can manage, that is.
I would drink almost anything about now.
There we go. Nice. Very nice. So if we can have decent clothing going out, it will be easier to travel as well, because we won't be as cold. And this is fine. This needs repairing, and this does too. Let's start with this. Takes 2 off, but I'll try. Because if we succeed, we'll very, very warm. I think this one might be worth repairing to the full. Come on, one more time. I need... What is it? I need like 2 pieces of cloth to make the hammer and what the tools. There we go. Nice. And then this will be replaced eventually, but I'm still going to repair it. There we go. All right. Now I have plus 13 degrees bonus, which is great. And our skill is better. And if you see to craft here, you see we need... where are we? Yeah. You need 1 piece of cloth for the hatchet and 1 for the knife. So we need 2 pieces of cloth. I have 5. We'll just use those 5. 3 bandages. Fine. Okay, we're going to leave some stuff here that we don't really need. We're going to leave... I think we'll leave the books here. If anything, we'll take this book with us. I don't think we'll take it with us though. And we're going to leave everything that we don't need. So we're just going to click this, move all to container, and it all goes in there. We don't need these. I could repair the shoes, but these are going to be replaced first. The shoes, I very rarely repair found shoes. You don't really need to because you're going to make the dare boots fairly early. The only exception really is, well, if they are really bad condition. If I found these shoes and nothing else, maybe I would do it. But the only real exception is if you find work boots, the ones that are kind of this color. So not the trail boots, but the work boots. They are the best boots you can get in the game on Interloper, other than the ones you craft. So those I would repair, maybe. Okay, then let's see. We have a lot of hacksaws and things, very heavy. So I might come and collect these hacksaws later. So we'll put those in here. I think we'll put the book in here too, because I am very heavy. We'll put like 2 cloth, 1 cloth, yeah. And we'll put the leather in here too. And the rest, I think I want to take with me, to be honest. We could put the cans in here, because they are heavy and I can't open them yet. Doesn't matter if they expire, really. And then we have an extra mag lens, which we could leave. I think we'll actually leave this one. And then we have some wood. That wood we can leave by the fire over here. We don't actually need 30 pieces. Oh, look at this. I missed this.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Wow. That was close. I did not see that there. All right. We will leave this and this. And then just a few of these as well. Let's put 8 here. There we are. And then we will take this. And for now, we're just going to put it in here. We'll decorate it, nicely and so on later. We have one that's better now. So we'll put... Oh, actually, it doesn't say it that way. The lower condition one is the one with the most fuel. So we'll put this in there. So there we are. So we're actually not heavy now. So now we put some stuff in it. So let's put a little note. Regional basis. So Mountain Town is farm. And here there's books. Storm Lantern. Next to hacksaws. Clothing. What else did I put in there that was important? Maglens. Yeah, there's a maglens in there. I guess that's pretty much it. Maglens. Cans. Yeah, I guess that's it. Okay, so that's good to know. Alright. Then, it's too early to sleep too long. So we're going to do some of this.
All I can think about is food.
So we can cook that later. So basically taking a little bit of a rest here to make sure. Let's have a little bit of a drink there. And let's do the rest of these. I would like to sleep 10 hours if I can, but I don't think I can. It's going to be too late. I think that is it. Is there anything else? Oh, I have so many matches, actually. I forget about that. I like to leave some matches in every base. These don't count. They're never going to be used. We'll do this. Put 12 in that. And then I like to keep track of that. So, matches. Put a bit more space between these things. So I'll put like empty farm. I could just put it in the thing above, but it's like 12. Put that in there. And then we got the rest we can take with us for now. And then we got, I think the rest is fine. No condition. I'm not gonna eat that now because I'm too low condition. Yeah, we'll take the rest with us, I think, for now. We don't have a pry bar yet, is the only thing. Might find one though. We're going back to where we spawned. Forlorn Muskeg. Let's eat this. If I had a bit more health, I would eat the stuff that is low condition, because if I get food poisoning, it doesn't really matter. I'll just sleep off. But at the moment, since I can't actually sleep 10 hours, I'm a little bit too far off to sleep 10 hours. And I would like to heal also. I'm not going to do that. You got rid of a lot of carry weight there. Summit soda. You can only get green drinks on Interloper. You cannot get the other ones. The orange soda and Stacy's soda, the grape soda, you can't get them. Even though they are exactly the same. I'm not sure why that is. So no reference to Stacy Plays. Alright. I think we'll just sleep. Let's see, we could maybe wait a little bit. Is there anything we can do to kill a little bit of time? It's too dark to really do anything. Don't think there's anything we can really do. Remind me to pick up those saplings. Yeah, we'll just sleep. We can sleep 7 hours probably. We'll put 8 though. See what happens. Time of day. It's kind of morning. It's going to be cold out there, but it's all right. Let's see. Wait some more. Just to make sure we are maintaining well fed and we're reducing our weight. Or carry weight, rather. Have a drink. And I left some saplings here. Where did they go? Okay. I'm going to take one of these with me. The others can stay here. Put them here by the entrance. Take one buff with us as well. So here we'll drop 2. So that's just like, I actually can put that here as well. Next to the maple. I don't really need them right now, so it's okay. Alright, so now we're looking good. We're on day 5, I believe. Oh, day 6. Alright, so things... I put the things to cure actually here, so things should be looking cured now. And it's going to be cold out because it's early morning, so it's, yeah, well, -10 is not the worst actually. Is that a pry bar? Hey, feathers, nice. There's a pry bar. Fantastic. Is there a person around here or something? Because there's feathers everywhere. Nothing here. Why are there feathers? Is there a corpse around here or something? Huh. Am I blind or something? That's bizarre. I don't see any corpses. Just the van. Or the truck, rather. How strange. Oh well. cold, so we'll run a little bit. We're not gonna really start. There's some more saplings here, I think. Yeah, like here's one. But we're gonna leave all these because when we come back with the bow and we choose a region to go to. So when we have the bow and some of the gear, and we choose a region to go to, it's good to then start mastering that region. We'll pick up saplings, we'll leave them to cure in our chosen regional base, and then that's a better way rather than dragging them around. A lot of people ask me for weight management, but it's not really that much to it. I'll explain a bit more in a second. So here's the rope down to Milton Basin, which we could climb down because we are quite light, so that's really good. But we could also take the shortcut, which is this way. You just go to the right here like this, hug the right, like that, and then you just go down here. Might get a sprain, hopefully not, but you might. There are a few places in the world, not many, but there are some, where they have put death walls, where if you try and do this, you just die instantly. This is not one of them. So here you are safe. However, I am not responsible if they implement the death walls later and you die. But do this at your own risk. Let's check out this cave quickly. We could maybe even sleep here, if you're warm enough. Let's see what we got in here. We got some wood. I mean, we're not that heavy, so we can pick it up. Are we warm? We are if we use this. Let's sleep for 1 hour. What kind of sprain was it? Was it hand or foot? It was hand. Okay, so we can still run. Now, of course, I ran into the cave, didn't I? And then you can climb the rope down, the second rope, or you can take another shortcut. Just billy goating down here. Pretty much every rope in the game can be skipped going downwards. There's always a path. I think this one is a bit higher up. It's like up here. Everywhere can be climbed. Sometimes you take damage doing it, but most times you won't take damage. You just gotta stick along the edges. So these videos, these 500-day videos, they are pretty much the experience, the SAC experience of how I would play Interloper normally. But I do explain everything as well. So I'm hoping this is a mix of a Interloper walkthrough and a experience of how you could play Interloper, where you're along for the ride. There won't be a moose here because we have already seen the moose markings in another area, so there should not be a moose here now. But if there was one, it would be here by these birch trees. I'm gonna grab some birch bark. I'm not gonna go and grab all of that stuff, but I'll grab some. Here's one. And there's a cave up there, but we don't really need anything in that cave. We could go in there and warm up, maybe. That could be an option. Let's do that, actually. I'll show you the secret tree. If I can remember how to find it. So there's a secret tree in here. I need to pick up some more cattails, but I can wait, I guess. I think maybe you can see the top of it. Oh no, you can't. Okay. Anyway, here's a cave. This cave is a great base. If you want to learn to just survive in the wild, you can come down here in Milton Basin and survive in this cave up here. Because you have a moose here, you have wolves, you have deer, you have rabbits. There's wood. It's a great place to just try out and surviving in the wild. So this is quite a good base. So here's the cave entrance in here. But there is a secret area. I think it's here. There we are. See? Secret tree. That's like in this hidden little compartment here. And you see it's actually embedded completely. You can't even see it. It's completely hidden in the rock. I don't think that's intended, or maybe it is. Maybe it's a little Easter egg, you know. Raph's special tree or something like that. I don't know. And you can just walk into the cave. As you do. You can't go back out though. It's a one-way trip. Anyway, here is the cave. And we have coal. We have a backpack. Nothing there. Wood.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
And that's it. Are we warm? Yes. So we can sleep an hour here to warm up. Get some energy back. We are heavy now, but I kind of want to bring this wood to the forge. Died. How heavy are we? Oh, the wrist got sprained. Healed, sorry. Sprained, wow. I don't think we can get rid of being heavy, but we're barely heavy, so that's okay. I could leave some wood here, I suppose. Just for the future, because I probably will come back here at some point to survive here. So we'll leave the wood for future Zach. We'll also go and check out the destroyed cabin thing over here. I forgot what it was called. What's this area called again? I think it's called... I think it's just called Derelict Cabin or something. I see a cattail and I want it. You basically want to pick up pretty much every cattail you can find, because as you can see, with some exceptions, I'm eating pretty much just cattails. And it's enough to give you well fed from day one. It's fantastic. It's really, really good. But once you're able to hunt, you don't need the cattails anymore. So then, once you're able to hunt, I stop picking up cattails. However, I always carry cattails, and I always carry usually 6 cattails, sometimes 12 cattails on me as backup emergency food. So if something were to happen and I were to run out of food, I think I carry 12, I could enable starvation tactic and eat like 6, sleep and regenerate health in the night. Next day I do the same. So I tend to carry some backup cattails on me. And if I'm ever in a situation where I need to eat them, then I loot more cattails to replenish it. That's pretty much the only time I do that. I could start a fire to warm up here, but I don't think it's necessary. We're not that far away from the Forlorn Muskeg cave, which will warm us up. So I think we will pass on that. Let's loot this. And then I'll speak about weight management a little bit.
I'll take it.
Well, I'll pick this up, but I'll leave it here. Okay. Take it with us. Peaches, cooking pot. Cooking pot will take weight because we're not going to leave that here. Gloves. Okay, we're getting a bit heavy now. We're going to leave this. Pick it up another time. Still going to be heavy, but it's acceptable. Alright, let's head to Forlorn Muskeg Cave. So as you can see, I'm leaving a lot of stuff behind, but the stuff I'm leaving behind are things that are not really essential to where I'm going. And it's likely I'll come back, pick them up. Now, if you want to leave things behind, you know, because we play the Long Dark, so we are natural hoarders. We love loot, we love taking everything with us, and we're always heavy. But the thing is, you gotta detach from that and learn to leave things behind. Sometimes it's tempting not to, and you'll see me sometimes not leave things behind because I want to get them to a specific place. So I do it too. But generally speaking, it's not just about what you leave behind, it's where you leave it behind. So I think the wolf is going for a rabbit. Yeah, he is. Good. Let's distract him from me. You go get that rabbit. Get that berry. And off he goes. So if you have some stuff like, say, books or extra tools or some too many flares or whatever, you know, you should leave them behind. But you don't leave them behind like in the open, because you won't remember where they were. You leave them somewhere where you know you're going to find them again. So, for example, if you're in a cave, you can leave them in a cave, because if it's a transition cave, at some point you're going to walk through there again and you'll see it. It's like, oh, right, even if you forget, it's like, oh, here it is, you know, you'll see it. You basically got to put the stuff on a road, or you put it in a landmark. You gotta, you know, you are likely, especially if you play for a long time. Just gonna check out this cave down here. There used to be a stim here, but it's not gonna be there anymore. If you're playing for a long run, you are likely to make multiple bases, like at least one in each region. You might have a main base, but you'll also have regional bases. So what you can do is, if you have too much stuff and you're going to travel, think about what place would be your regional base in the region you are currently in. And then you go there, and then you dump everything you don't need for whatever your plan is. So what I just did is a good example, because I was in the farm, I had some books, some extra tools and stuff, and some of that I would like to read those books, I would like to bring some of that back to base, but I don't need to do right now. You know, I'll come back for it. I could have left even more stuff behind if I wanted to. But I will definitely come back to that base later, and then I can either use those things or pick them up again. You basically want to bring only the stuff you need when you travel. You just got to ask yourself, what is the... I'm going to light this anyway so we can see better. You just got to ask yourself, what is the purpose of the journey I'm making? What am I doing? Oh, okay, well, you're going forging. Well, in that case, you need to bring the hammer. You can bring coal, which is why I'm carrying so much, to make sure that the fire is hot enough and I have lots of coal to keep the fire burning. You need cloth, you know, and that sort of thing. You need a flare against the wolves. You know, you need food and so on. But you don't necessarily need everything else. You don't need the books, for example. So you can leave that behind. If you're not going foraging, you're going out, say, you're in your main base and you're going out hunting. Well, if you're going out hunting in your immediate area, then you don't need all your stuff. You just need your weapon and your gear. And you might want to bring, you know, the knife, hatchet, hacksaw maybe. But you don't need to bring the hammer, for example. As later in the game, when you have done everything, you can stop carrying pry-bars around, but in the early game you need to always have one. So you just got to think about what you're doing. Like, what is the point of you traveling? Like, where are you going and why? It's to the right. I'm just checking up if there's anything obvious. And then think of what you need for that. If you're making a journey, you need defense, you need food, you need water, you need some wood. You need to bring 5 books. Can those books wait? You know, and so on. That's pretty much it. That being said, it's perfectly normal to be heavy. This is a good example. I'm heavy because I'm picking up all the coal. I could leave some of it behind, but you always need coal at forges, so I'm going to take it all to the forge. If I wasn't going to the forge, I would just leave some of it here at the entrance to this cave, come back for it another time, because it's just wood. It's replenishable wood. But because I'm taking it to a forge where you need to have coal in order to forge, I'm going to take it with me. Okay, so we are going to sleep here again to recover some warmth. I might make a video about weight management one day, but at the moment consider this the best advice. Just plan for where you're going. Don't take stuff you don't need. And if you want to keep stuff, just leave it in your regional base. There is a video by a player called Commander Tom that you can look up if you like, who has a video on weight management. I can't remember what he says in the video. I have watched it a long time ago, but you could check that out. Alright, so I'm just eating, and then we are going to go via Poacher's Camp back to the forge. We are heavy, but acceptably heavy. We'll check out this tower if we can. Windy and bad weather, but it's okay. If there's wolves there, we might go around. If not, we're gonna check out this place as well. We're gonna go via Poacher's Camp because I want the scrap metal that's there. So we're going to do that. Let's try and stay in cover. We need to be careful here. Because there could be... Ah, there we are. I'm gonna try and shake him. In fact, I don't really want to have him on me right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna make it easy. I'm gonna go in here. And I'm gonna sleep another hour. Because it's bad weather anyway. So I'm just going to sleep an hour. Aggro is gone. Then I go back out. And I'm not gonna go via that tower. Because the wolves are there. I mean, I have a flare. I have 2 flares. So I'll get rid of them. But I can't use the torch because there's wind. I'm actually warming up. In cover. Because of this wind, I can't use my torches. So I would have to use a flare. And I'd rather not. The flares are for emergencies. So I always carry 1 flare on me, even in late game. It's very rare that it's needed because at that stage in the game, if you get ambushed by a wolf, you can just kill the wolf. I very often always carry 1 flare. Just in case you were in a situation where you really need to have fire or light or deterrent against an animal and there's too much wind. And it's a good idea to have a flare handy. But you can of course use it for light, or you could just go and, you know, screw the wolves, just light this thing. But it's at the moment I don't need to. Right up there by that tower, this tower here, that's a Polaroid location. You can go there if you have the Polaroid and map, and there's a couple of loot boxes there, like containers, and some other things, but nothing I really need right now, so we'll come back to that instead. Rather not waste resources on a wolf. Here I think you usually don't get wolves, but it can happen. Got very quiet suddenly, but it looks like it's still windy, so I think that's just... yeah. It's just we're in a quiet lean. Marine flares I almost never carry with me. I have carried them with me so far because I didn't have a regular flare and I've been going traveling. Wolves. You can use the howls of the wolves to determine where the other wolves are, because very often when a wolf howls, the friends will also howl, and then you'll know how many wolves there are and where they are. Where's a howl? And then those ones by the tower responded. So you can figure out where the wolves are. Oh, it looks like we have a full-blown blizzard on our hands. The wind sound has really been messed up. It doesn't usually sound like this. So maybe it's the gear we're wearing, right? It's just filtering the noise like this into his ear, into her ear. We'll probably make a fire by Poacher's Camp, I think. It's often easy to get lost here in Forlorn Muskeg, or rather it gives the impression that it's easy to get lost, but it's not actually that bad. because well, it depends on what you're doing, of course, if you're going to the forge or what you're doing. But you can, for example, just look for the railway line. If you find a railway line like this, you are not going to get lost. Could make it. Because even if you took a wrong turn, I mean, I suppose, if you didn't really know the map and you found the railway line and you took the wrong turn, yeah, okay. If you took this way and it went that way, you would get to Broken Railroad, which is still a little while away until you get to safety and shelter. So, yeah, that's not the greatest. Well, the benefit of the sound being a bit messed up is that I can talk a bit more clearly. But yeah, if you go to the right, just follow power lines and you find it. It's a Jurassic Park rule, you know, follow the cables and you get there. I'm losing health because I'm cold here, but we don't have hypothermia risk of any real note. I'm gonna grab these because when I forge, I will be forging for a day or two. And I need food to sustain that. That was one of the challenges with the custom difficulty of Nagoa, because there you need food to sustain yourself for everything. Alright, here we are. We'll loot the scrap metal and what have you around after. But now we're gonna make a little fire here. Right, we got some loot here as well. We'll check that out after. Hey, matches. How about that? Yeah, I'll check this other stuff out in a sec. I'm just gonna light this. Oh, it's interesting because the blizzard sound has bugged out and it's quiet. You can hear the rattling of the ambience much better. It's kind of creepy. Go. Put 2 of these on, maybe 3. How's that? And what we got there? We have sweatshirt, another storm lantern, gold code, scrolled message. I left some gear for you to find. Okay. Memento cache. Where's this? That looks like it's near the forge. But there's no key though. Wow. 2 books next to each other. And one is the HandsOn. We're definitely just gonna destroy that. Right. We can do this. Actually, what we're going to do is this. And we're also going to leave some stuff here because we're going to probably come back here. This is a good example. We're going to come back here later. So we can do this. We can also drop this. And we'll probably drop this. We can come back for that. I think we'll take the rest with us except for this. We'll also drop that. And, you know, it's pretty much what I picked up just now, more or less. Because we don't need it right now. And we'll come back here, either now or this run, I mean, after forging or later. Okay, let's do this, repair that. And we're going to sleep a bit here. We're not going to stay here for very long. But we'll do what we can. Repair-wise. 12 minutes. Okay, let's just have a quick look around while that's doing that. So, it's so bizarre that the sound is bugged out. And we can, it's all silent. Gloves. And then there should be some cloth. Oh, creepy. Should be a bit of scrap here as well. Yep. Scrap. Oh. More scrap. I think that's it. Go up here. Nothing really on there though. Alright. Take that. And I tell you what, we're going to put a liter. And then we're going to sleep an hour. And we'll see what happens. Alright. Take these. I don't think we need more water than that. But we are going to sleep here longer. Because this is really terrible weather. We're going to sleep here 2 more hours. See if this weather ends. It sounds like it has ended. And it has. So let's quickly make the birch tea. That could come in handy. And because it's still very early in the game and I got pretty good gear, I got these 2, got that, these 2, you know, I'm not that cold, which is fantastic. Okay, let's just eat some more of these while we wait for that to boil. We'll find some more cattles on the way there as well. Cattails are gold. I think that's good enough. 2 minutes, and we'll grab a torch or 2. Good torches, preferably. Pretty good. Come back for these books. Right. Okay, good. And I don't know if it'll be cold. 1 degree because of the torch. That's because it's still, it's quiet, it's late in the day, we have a torch, and our gear is okay, and as a result, it's 1 degree. Probably go down to 0 degrees soonish, but even then we'll be alright. And now we can see very clearly where we are. We're gonna head to the farm now. And we're more or less coming back to where we were in the beginning. Eventually, over time, I'll probably bring most of the stuff that I have found back to trappers and leave things there, but we'll see. Might leave things in regional bases or tactical places as well. We'll see what we do. In any case, for now, we're going to head to the farm, which is it visible? Yes, it's over there. You can see it in the distance there. That's the farm right there. There's different routes you can take. I usually take this route. It's just easier. And go through those 2 stones over there that are kind of like, or those boulders that are kind of like collapsed over each other. Because there can be a campfire there. With some misc loot. Whenever I say misc loot, it's a very me thing to say. Whenever I say misc loot, what I just mean is something like, you know, not essential loot. Sure, it could be a backpack and you open it and there's, you know, a Machino in there or something. But that will be random. If I say it's good loot, then I mean that, you know, I know that you can find something really good, like really good clothing or tools or something. Yeah, and we are actually not cold yet. It's 0 now. Well, it's on the plus side of 0. The game tends to round things up and down. So it probably is like 0 point something degrees. Oh, hello. Are you just like, are you stuck or? Yeah, give me a sec, Wolf. Oh. I wanted to light the torch first because it was close to burning out. I don't have enough health to be risky with wolves. I don't really have any weapons to defend myself either. Well, no, I have the hammer, actually, and prybar, that's true. This doesn't count. But I have the hammer. If I ended up in a fight with a wolf now, I would probably die. Because I have less than half of my health, and the gear that I have doesn't give much protection. My protection rate is 14%. I think this one gives the most. I think this also is alright. Yeah, combat pants. Actually, these should be reversed. This should be on the outside. Yeah, 16% protection now. So you're safer. The warmth of clothing is cumulative. It doesn't matter which slot you have the clothes in. It will always give you the same amount of warmth. So in terms of warmth, it doesn't matter what slot you put it in. But for the other factors like protection, wind resistance, and so on, then it decides whatever you have on the outside, because it's not cumulative. So there, I gained protection. The warmth was the same, but protection was gained by putting the Mackinac on the outside rather than the inside, because it had higher protection rating. We can maybe demonstrate that later in a bit of an easier situation than this. And now you can see, it still says 0, but now it's red, because now it's on the lower half. It still probably has rounded the number up to 0, but it's actually like minus 0.1 degrees or something like that. It's gonna take a long time for us to get cold though. Any loot today? No? Okay then. Here's the farm. Let's have a drink. I don't know if we'll sleep before we forge, because we have quite a lot of stamina already. Very nice and quiet there. And you see, this is not far from where we spawned. We spawned... Can we see the hunter's blind from here? Not quite. Smaller ones. Can we see it? Well, it's kind of behind actually, but over there, over here is the Bleak Inlet Cave. So I spawned behind this rock here, and I walked this way and looted some stuff, and I went up into the cave. Pretty much that's what I did. So more or less back where we started. And I'm going to check over here. There's some scrap metal by this little barrel storage place. And you can also find the Polaroid here. I think... Where's this cat? I think this is over there. And I think that's where it is. We'll have a look at that another time. Could maybe do it after forging, but I don't think so. There's the barrel. I don't see any containers. Polaroid, but oh well. Scrap. Backpack. In it. Fire barrel. We'll take the charcoal, might need it. Wood. And then there'll be some more coal and scrap metal. There's the wolves acting squirrely. Take these. A long time ago, I don't know if I still have this clip, I don't think so. A long time ago when I started Lange, I didn't know how fires and stuff worked with wolves. But eventually I figured out, of course, that campfires keep wolves at bay. So what I did, I had to get to the forge and I lit a campfire on the ground, kept the wolves away, of course. And I walked forward maybe around this much and I lit another campfire. And then another one and another one. And I chained like 15 campfires from that area all the way over to the forge just to keep the wolves away. But of course I didn't know that I could just scare them away like usual. I I'm not going to use my good torch right now, so we're going to do this. Drop it. Pick this back up. Douse this. Grab this again. I like that little animation when they grab it. It's like yoink. And then here we'll find some more coal. You don't need to bring coal to this forge. If it's your first time forging at this forge, I brought a bunch of coal. But that's more for future use. But you don't need to bring anything. There is enough coal here to make it work. Because you find some wood around. You find some pieces of coal here, like 3 or 4. There'll be some coal up there as well. As long as you have some wood to just start the fire, the coal you find over here and by the forge itself should be enough to just get it done. It should be enough. Alright, Wolfie. I'm gonna ignore you. And go to the forge. The forge. So this is, we call it Spencer's farm, but it's actually old Spence family homestead. Probably just call it Spencer's farm. This doesn't count as an indoor building, but the wolves can't really enter. If you're really unlucky, they'll force their way through, but it mostly will stay away. Scrap metal.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
And is he still following? He is. We can just do this. If you want to be extra safe, just go here. He's not going to come up here, so. Here he comes. And he's like, oh, he's confused. There we go. World message. We'll loot the other stuff in a sec. We're just going to light the forge first. I think we can manage before the torch blows out. Hope so anyway. Okay, let's light another torch then. We're gonna fail. That there. Alright, come on. It's forging time. Another reason to bring so much coal is that it's not just for the forging, it's also for sleeping. Because you can sleep here on that bed. But if you don't have enough fuel, you might get cold. So we'll put on that and some coal. We're gonna forge now. We're gonna put all of this on. There we are. That last one, that was overkill. Let's harvest this. Let this warm up. I'll have a quick look around while we wait. So it's going. We can wait though. Book, coal, 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 scrap metal. What we got over here? More coal. Nothing. Down vest, which you probably don't need. That's just cloth as far as I'm concerned. And we have number 5. We have a pry bar now, you see. Okay. This is warm enough now, but we're going to wait to loot it a little bit. Another book. A lot of books. And here we have some more wood we can use. The fire can burn longer. Then behind this crate here we have some dog food. 2 dog food. And then there's also the safe, which I'm also going to open right now. Place your bets on what's in that safe. More coal. First aid kit. Sewing kit. Alright. And then you have the safe, which you can see through this crack right here. You can alternatively break down these crates and access it that way. We're going to do it this way. Let's see what we got. Looks like 5 or 6. 5. Easy. Wow. Okay. So we have 5, 4, and then 6. Ah. Okay, it was like 19 or something. That's a quick one. This is a really fast one. 5, 4, and then like whatever this was. 18.
I think I can use
Oh, that was fast. I bugged out, but okay. We got maple. Oh, wow. New wool air wrap. That is lucky. Until we get the moose satchel, that goes on here. Gives us some more warmth. Very, very nice. Double air wrap. How nice is that? Not sure why the warmth counter doesn't go up though. That's a bit weird. Well, that's cool. Alright. Now this is all warm. Now we can start forging. So we're going to do that. We're going to make the hatchet and stuff first. So we want both of these tools. We're going to use that. Start with this. Let me just make sure my meat is alright. Yeah, so I'm going to have a drink. We're going to leave the hammer here after we're done. The hatchet. Craft that first. There we go. And then we can probably craft the knife while we're at it. I don't think we'll lose our well-fed. We might get thirsty, but I think we'll be alright. A little bit thirsty. There we are. So now we have the knife and the hatchet. There we go. Let's eat. I'm actually going to eat the dog food now, because you can open this with the knife and hatchet. So I'm going to eat that. Gives a little bit of hydration as well.
I would do anything for a drink right now.
I think it selects the hatchet by default. I'm not sure exactly. We can see. And then let's have a drink as well. And then oh, we'll use this one. Whoops. Oh well. Okay, I technically used it then. I'm sorry. Oh well. We'll just we'll pretend that didn't happen. I mean, it doesn't make any difference, but okay. I didn't think of that. I pretended that this wasn't there, so I could have opened it before, but I just didn't use it. Oh well. Please forgive that mistake. Okay, we're gonna put some more of this on. Okay, then we're going to multitask. We're gonna put this to boil. This takes 2 hours, so we're gonna make arrowheads for 2 hours. There we go. And then rinse and repeat. You grab the water, make more, forge another 2 hours.
Thank goodness. Made it through another night.
There you go. Grab that again. More.
Walk with this much
And
gear.
repeat. 2 hours. I'm getting tired, but it is what it is. Let's cook the birch tea here. And while that's cooking, we're going to eat some of this. Keep on top of that. Let's eat all of it. The crackers, these ones are fantastic. They weigh almost nothing and give 600 calories. So I like to often carry those around and eat them when I have to. They're kind of like super cattails, you know? So I try to avoid eating them if I can. They're very good rations for long distance travel. Just carry these with you, you know? There we are. And then what we're going to do... Grab that. Before we craft more, we're going to break down this for the last part of the scrap metal. There we go. And just to stave off too much health loss, we're going to drink a birch tea, which will actually make us regenerate because it's slightly stronger than the fatigue loss. Then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put 2 liters of this and forge for 2 hours. You can see our health is going up, marginally so, but it is going up. And that has expired now. So it's the last 2 hours, the birch tea. I'm going to drink another one. Then I'll make another 2 liter. And we'll forge for another 2 hours. And you can see it's almost time to go to bed again. Do that. And then we'll make 1 liter because we only have 1 scrap metal left. So we're going to do that. There we go. We'll have a last birch tea here. Grab this. And now we can put fuel on for sleeping. Put one of these on. Put some more coal on here. I mean, it doesn't matter. We got so much of it. And then we're going to leave most of the coal here. Because now we don't really need this. So I'm going to keep that. Drop the rest here. So that's for future forging. We can also drop this. And then the hammer, we don't need that either. That is going to stay here. I'm going to put a note. Hammers. Forge. Keep one in every forge. And then water. We'll put some water here as well. We have a lot of water, so we'll do this. If I had meat, I would put that here too, but we don't really need that right now. Let's actually cook one of these while we sort that out. We can put... we'll carry 4 liters. I think that's good. Alright, anything else we can dump? I don't think so. I think... Yeah, actually these ones, we can come back for these another time. Anything else? We can harvest this. And we got 22 of these. That's great. I don't think we have enough feathers though. This is all the feathers we got, so we need more feathers. That's alright. And then we can harvest some of this stuff maybe. We don't need this. This could be better. It is actually slightly better. Marginally so, but let me just cook another one while I just figure out the inventory a bit. But we could put cloth in here. This is basically cloth we're putting in here now. Just going to put that in there, but I'm going to take this with me because I think that could be slightly better if repaired. We're going to take that with us. And then one more thing is to check over here. There is sometimes a backpack over here, and sometimes a little piece of scrap metal. We don't really... there's 2 wolves right there, though. We'll leave that for another time. We don't need that right now. We will do one thing, though. Which is, we'll grab this, cook this, and then map this. Alright, so it was pretty much where I thought it was. It looks like it's on top. I think it's like somewhere over there. But we'll find that out another time. Okay, there we are. It's time to go to sleep. Let's make sure we can sleep long enough. Put 1 coal on here. And there we have it. Let's go here. Let's chuck down some more of these. We'll sleep 12 hours. Or rather 10. And then between that and the birch tea, we are probably going to be full health or close to it. So that will be good. And then we're gonna head back to Trappers. And we should be able to make the bow. And some arrows, not many, because we have 18 feathers, so we can only make like 6 or something. Sleep for 10 hours. There we go. Still a little bit early, so we're going to eat some more of these. We might find more cattails on the way. We're going to take a similar route as we took when we spawned. And we'll find some more cattails that way. Forlorn Muskeg is the only area where I don't really tend to have a regional base, because there isn't really one. But this forge is kind of like a regional base. You leave some stuff behind there, you know. Sleep 2 hours, and then we are fully rested. Alright, there we are. Dawn is coming. Fully rested, almost full health. We are good to go. Alright, fellow survivors, I think this is a good time to call this. We came to the forge, we forged, and we got everything we needed. I'm going to leave the hammer here now. We leave this hammer at the forge. We don't really need it anymore. It's only handy for certain things. If I find more hammers, I'll leave them at other forges too. There are 4 forges in the game after all, and then I tend to leave the other hammers at fishing huts. But we'll find those other hammers later. Now we have the one we wanted. And we have the hatchet, we have the knife, and we have arrowheads. So now it's time to go back to Trappers, craft that bow, craft some arrows, do some hunting, and then do some crafting. And then we'll do some more hunting. And while things like bears and moose and stuff cure, then maybe we should go to Ash Canyon and get that technical backpack. But maybe we're going ahead of ourselves. But yeah, we got this forge now, so we're on our way. I'll see you next time, survivors. Bye bye.